Hi, it's Heather Lynn from H. Lynn Designs. I'm going to start showing you how to crochet. I am a crocheter for many years. I am a left-handed crocheter who was taught how to do it right-handed. So I can tend to crochet a little bit large. Here is a piece of work that I'm working with. So you can see how I tend to be a little bit large crocheter. I tend to hold it a little bit looser than others. I think because the kind of depends on the tightness of your grip. When you're crocheting a little bit in the beginning, you kind of hold your work a little bit tighter. You want to be a little bit looser with it. Here's also a granny square that I just started. We're going to kind of start working on this granny square and start to change the color. So when you're working on it, you may feel like it's a little bit tight. Just make sure to loosen the yarn and release it, and then we'll kind of work around the square. If it feels like it's too tight, always pull it back out and start again. So let's start off with our yarn. This is a medium weight yarn. You can use something from the Dollar Tree. This one is the Just yarn. This one is, when you look at the packages, you can see it's a medium 4 yarn. I have a couple of needles in here. I like to use a little bit larger of a needle. This is an H needle. Excuse me. Or a G. It kind of depends on the size of the loop you like. You can go down a little bit smaller. Dollar Tree also has some. If you want to kind of start with that, you can certainly feel free to do things like that they have in there. They're plastic, but I think they're fine to work with. This one is has a nice hook on it. You want to make sure that you're able to grab the yarn with it. I added on, actually this was from the Dollar Tree too, Model Magic. I kind of used the red and the blue, the air dry clay, kind of just molded this on here, gave myself a little bit of a thumb space, let it air dry for a couple of days, and then it's super hard because I found that when I was using the thinner one, after a while it just gets too hard for me to hold it super thin, that it kind of gives me like a little bit of hand pain here. So I just kind of added this on. If you want a separate video on that, just comment on it on the video, and I'll work, get some extra clay and kind of show you how to do this. It takes a couple of days to let it air dry, but then it's nice. The only thing is you can't really take it off. Once it's on here, it's on here for good. But I like it. This is my go-to needle. I use this one all the time. All right, so put those aside. So when you start with your yarn, this is several yarns that are kind of twisted together. So they kind of tend to go in a certain direction. So if it starts pulling apart, just kind of cut it off and move on to the next sections. But what we're going to do is I usually take my yarn and cross it, make a little, like a ribbon if you were going to wear a ribbon for like AIDS or to support a cancer. I'm going to cross it, and then we're going to take it up through and pull it down to make a slip knot. Okay. And then we're just going to pull it down a little bit so that we can slide our needle right on the hook. Right, and pull it down so it has a little bit of room, but not too much. Okay. And then I always kind of twist the yarn around my finger and kind of grip it down here. So this is where I say that your hand might get, might be too tight, might be gripping it a little bit, so then you're kind of holding on to the yarn too tightly, so as you're moving it along, your work gets really tight. So just make sure you're kind of giving it some grip but holding onto it with enough tension, but not too super tight. You'll definitely get pain in your hand too. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure to do a chain. So we're going to pull the yarn over, and I sometimes like use my hand to kind of pull it over and then pull it through the hole. Oh, mine might be a little bit too tight. I got to give it a little bit of room. Pull it through the hole, and we just pulled it right through. We made a little chain. So that's chain 1. We're going to yarn over again, do a chain 2. I'm going to pull through again, do chain 3. For the beginning one, I'm going to do 5 chains. So again, chain 4, and then we'll do a chain 5. Okay, so you have 5 chains, and then when we look at this, it's your first little knot here. What we're going to do is we're going to take the needle and we're going to go back into the first little hole. I'll kind of push it back in there. Okay, and then we're going to, sorry, get the tail out of your way. We're going to yarn over and pull it back through the hole and through there, and we made a little circle of the chains. Okay, so that is our little center, and then now we're going to start our first row. So we're going to chain up 3. Now we're going to do the chain again by yarning over 1, yarn over again 2, that's our second chain, yarn over again, chain 3. Okay, so when we're doing 3 chains, that's the same height as a double crochet. So whenever we start a row, we do 3 chains up. That will always be our first double crochet. You can't really start a row of double crochets without a chain 3. Some people have done it, but it's just easier to start it with a chain 3. As we have this little tail here, when I work around the circle, I'm going to keep my tail going around, because as we go around it, we're just going to tuck this chain right in so we hide that tail in our work. So first thing first, for our first double crochet, we're going to wrap the work over. That's yarn on over. We're going to take that, we're going to go through this little hole, and then we're going to grab a piece of yarn by yarning over and pull it back through the hole. So then we end up having the first yarn, another piece of yarn, and then the last yarn over. So that's 3 pieces of yarn on our hook. And then we're going to yarn over one more time. We're going to pull this through 2 pieces. So now we're going to turn the needle down, and we're going to pull it through the first 2 pieces of yarn, and then we're going to pull it up. By turning it down, it keeps that piece of yarn that we just yarned over and allows you to go through the hole without losing that piece of yarn. I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to turn this down, hold that on, and then we yarn over again, and then that's our that's our double crochet. So you can see I have chain 3 and then our double crochet. We're going to do it again. Going to yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over, and grab this and pull it back through. Okay, great. I'm going to yarn over, and then, so now, because we see we have 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over and pull it through 2. Whoops, almost lost it. Let me grab it back. Oh, I didn't catch it all the way. So if I don't catch it all the way, pull them out, start again. Yarn over, go back through the hole, yarn over and pull it back through. I got all 3. Get that tail out of the way. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, turn it, pull through 2. Okay, it's my first set of 3 double crochets. Because I'm at a corner, and I'm large, a large crocheter, like I said, I'm going to chain 1 at my corner. If you're feeling like you're tight already, go ahead and double and do 2 chains. So we're going to yarn over, go through the hole, tuck that might work, yarn over, pull through, I've got 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, turn your needle, pull through 2. Great. Yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over, go through the 2 holes. Great. Yarn over, go through, yarn over, we got 3 on the hook, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, and go through 2. That's our 3rd double crochet. Again, I'm chaining 1 for my corner. Okay. And then if you'd like, if you did 2 before, you can do another chain yourself. Again, my work is still tucking. My tail is still tucking. Okay, yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over, and bring it back up. I've got 3, yarn over, tuck it, yarn over. Again, go through 2. Yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over, bring it up, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. 1 more, yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over, bring it back through, 3 on the chain, yarn over, 2, yarn over, through 2. Now, you can see I'm at 3, 3, and then the first 3, and you can see I'm starting to develop 2 corners, almost have a square. So I'm going to do 1 more chain here, and then I'm going to work in this circle. I'm kind of shifting it around a little bit. I'm going to make my last 3 sets of double crochets, and then I'm going to end up with my last corner. So yarn over, yarn over, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through, and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So 1 more, yarn over through, yarn over, 3 on the chain, on the stick, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Alrighty, so I've got 4. I'm at the end. I need to do a single chain, get my space from my corner. So now as I'm joining, this is my chain 3. I need to go to the top of the chain, so it's like right there. I'm gonna stick my needle through the top. Gonna grab yarn over and pull through so I can connect the 2, and then pull it through here. So then that kind of just finishes off that square. Okay. Then, in order to start the next row, we're going to chain up 3. And I'll go 1, I yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. So that's our chain. On the building up in the next one, it feels a little awkward because you're going to kind of work a little bit backwards into this hole. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to work backwards into this hole, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 1 more, yarn over, go through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so now there's half the corner. But now we're going to go to this next corner. Going to work around to the side. So let's go. Yarn over through the hole, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Yarn over through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2. My chain. through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2. One more, through 2, and through 2. Okay, so there's my corner starting to develop. Go into the next corner. Yarn over through 2. Yarn over, pull through the 2. Okay, so I have my set of 3. Do my chain. Again, if you did 2 chains, you're always going to do 2 chains. I only do 1. Okay. Double crochet. Second. And my third. Okay. I've been doing this for so long, I can do this almost with my eyes closed. Chain. Now we're turning the work, going to the corner here. Second crochet, second double crochet, sorry, and third double crochet. Okay, so now I'm on the last corner, and I tend to just keep pulling at the work, straightening it out, making sure it's there. So you always want to keep your eye out for as you're developing to this corner, and pay attention. Sometimes I've had people working and they just kind of like work straight past the corner and then turn, and they don't realize that they're working over the corner. So keep just kind of paying attention where your corner is. If you pick up stitch markers, you can put a little stitch marker here. If you don't have that, some people have like put a little safety pin in it or a bobby pin here. As you get bigger, the small ones you may not miss it, but as you get bigger working around, maybe you want to just have a little something there to know, or just take a piece of yarn from another color and then just put it right here so you know where that work is, and then you'll know where that corner is. All right, so I'm gonna go in this hole, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, do my single crochet, my single chain. Okay, so now again, since I did my single chain, I'm going to go in the top of that 3 chain, yarn over, pull through the chain, and then pull through that single crochet. As you see, I have my square. I'm going to chain up for the 3rd row. 1, 2, 3. You could change colors at the end of the 2nd row if you want. I tend to like to get to the 3rd row, just preference. So let's continue. I'll pause it here and work my way around the entire 3rd row. Actually, what I realized is as we're on the 3rd row, now a new hole has developed in between the corners. So when you're coming after the corner, you're going to have a hole in the center. So you're just going to do 3 double crochets here and then work your way to the corner. So at the corners is where you're going to do 3 double crochets, a chain, and then turn. But in the sides, each hole as you're working on the side, you'll just do 3 double crochets, next space, 3 double crochets. Then you go into the corner. So then I did the chain, and now I'm turning. And then we go into the hole for the 3 double crochets. Okay. I'll pause till we get to the end. Okay, so I have finished the 3 rows. So now I chain the 1. Before I join this 3rd section, I'm going to lay the work down. I'll grab my new color that I'm going to change into. What I'll do is go ahead and tie as tight as I can to the work. Tie the new color into a double knot. Tie it there. And then snip off a piece right there. Then I will go ahead and go into the top chain 3. Grab the new color, slide it through, and then slide it through. So then it changes the color of the work. Go ahead and chain 3. Okay, and then as I'm changing the color, I can start the double crochet through, and then as I have the new tails, I can kind of hide them under the double crochets, or I can fill them in later and cover them under the work. So I do the double crochet in there, and then I just start working my way through. So now you'll see on this 4th row, I have 2 holes on this side. So I'll do 3 double crochets here, 3 double crochets, and then I'll get to the corner. Then we just continue working around and changing the colors each step. So I'll put this one to the side, and then you can see as I had this one, we had this pink, this blue, a variegated, I changed it to a white, and then to a navy, and it just keeps getting larger and larger until you're ready to change it. So you can do various things. You can build smaller squares and work to sew them together to a larger quilt. You can continue to crochet along to make a larger blanket. I'll show you in some other videos a couple of different ones that have been completed. But these are wonderful, so they're nice and warm. There are other things that you can do with granny squares. People make wonderful bags, even little purses, grocery bags, little booties, all different things. Any questions? Please go ahead and put them in the comment section. Thanks.